What worries Haass the most? The decline of a common American identity. Americans are living increasingly separate and diverse lives. One of many is no longer valid. This really dangerous because this is a country built on an idea and that idea no longer agreed upon. Much less widely accepted. I am no longer sure we have the desire and ability to make this country successful. As a result, I cannot rule out continued paralysis and dysfunction at best, widespread political violence, and even purges at worst. Norris wrote that some of the developments were as follows: the decades-long erosion of blue-collar jobs, wages in agricultural, extractive, manufacturing industries, especially in the unionized skilled sectors that employ high school graduates. Tremendous expansion of opportunity are widely documented. Undisputed. To reward highly educated, more geographically mobile women, men living urban-suburban areas in professional managerial careers, finance, technology services, the private sector, as well as the non-profit public sectors. These developments are respectively. It is moving societies along with generational shifts in cultural values and, with a lag, the mainstream policy agenda moving in an increasingly liberal direction on a wide range of moral issues, such as attitudes towards marriage and family. As polls show, sexuality, gender, race, ethnicity, environmentalism, immigration, cosmopolitanism, as well as long-term processes of secularization, the erosion of religiosity. What kinds of political systems, Norris asked, are most vulnerable to democratic backsliding when voters become polarized? Answer: two-party systems similar to those in the United States. Norris argued that in this country the decline is strengthening as political system attempts to provide outlets for alternative challengers reflecting the new issue agenda on liberal left and conservative right. The longer this situation persists, more process increases stakes in pluralistic elections and reinforces US versus them intolerance between winners and especially losers, who increasingly reject legitimacy of rules of game for which they view deck as consistently fixed, stacked against them. All of these pave the way for the acceptance of unfounded claims. Norris continued: most plausible misinformation based on something that actually true. So the Great Replacement theory among evangelicals not just made up myths. Given secularization patterns, there indeed a decline in the religious population in America. Likewise for Republicans, there are deep-seated beliefs that they have been silenced because, for example, their values are no longer reflected in the mainstream media, or because the Ivy Leaguers' culture is actually based at least in part on well-founded truths. So MAGA basically took over the old country club G.O.P. in authoritarian challenges to liberal democratic norms. According to Norris, these destructive forces are gaining strength in the United States, where their